Hi, I'm Mark Simon, the author of the memoir, Attacked. Now, Attacked, if you're not familiar, is the story of when I was bullied and how that bullying grew into massive attacks on me and how some of the gang followed me home and attacked my family in our front yard. And from there, it went on to, luckily, we won in a court of law in a battle. In fact, I'm the first person to hold parents responsible for the actions of their kids. So when this whole thing started, there was one officer that everyone in our area knew. It was Officer Ogden. He used to hang out and eat a lot. He was a rather rotund guy, but super nice. And he hung out at the local McDonald's, where all of us were hanging out in those days. This was back in 1980 in Northwest Houston. And after the first big attack on my family, I asked Officer Ogden to come over and help us out and give us some advice. So he came over to the house, we sat down, and one of the first things he told us was to write down everything, keep a diary of what was happening, because as things went on, it would be hard to remember specific details. So everything from who was where, who was involved, times and dates, potential court documents, everything he said keep together. So after that initial meeting and Ogden left, my mom turned and walked straight into the home office and created this file. This is the actual file. The assholes file. It's really what she called it, because she never referred to the gang members by their names at all. My dad did, but Mom just referred to them as those assholes. In fact, I almost called the book The Assholes File. I thought it was really funny. But the book isn't funny. I mean, obviously there's humor in it because I was joking all the time. But it didn't really, as I thought about it, didn't really get across the angst of what was happening, because it was a truly terrifying number of months when we went through all the attacks and the court trial. But we kept the assholes file all these years. And in it, we've got some of the original court documents from when we were, all the information from the court trials. In fact, this sheet even has the addresses of where the gang leaders lived. There's like a page from my dad's diary that he wrote down. He hand wrote everything. My mom typed out hers. This is my mom's, one page from my mom's diary of what was going on. So we kept everything in here, including, in fact, this is pretty neat. This is from the sheriff's office. So after we won the court trial, Dad wrote a really nice letter to the sheriff on all the help that Officer Ogden gave us. And then the sheriff's office, in fact, this is from the sheriff's office back to us, about how they ended up giving Ogden a commendation, and they actually even asked Ogden to read it to the sheriff, and then it went into his permanent record. So I thought that was pretty cool. So all that information and more is in here. In fact, I even have the original complaints that we had filed with the court. So I thought you'd get a little kick out of, even in the darkest of times, we had found some humor. We named it The Assholes File. I hope you get a chance to read the book. I really hope you enjoy it. There's a lot of really great things there, and I hope people get inspired on how to fight bullying. Never give in.